Sup? Cuddle buddy. Peanut, I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. I mean, I do got something. Right? But it's not for you. I'm sorry. I love you. Get off me. Oh, shit. That shit. Oh, fuck, it's late. And that shit scared the fuck out of me. That was a notification. And I got my pop. Well, you can't even see it. My popcorn. Let's get it. You ready? I really hope y'all got some, this shit is great. Oh, let me do a taste test. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. Go. That shit going hella fast, ain't it?
Number 3. My dad has been an MTA Transit subway station manager for 35 years.
Damn.
With this job, there has to be a manager on duty at all times, so he's practically done every single possible shift throughout his career. That means he's done his fair share of night shifts. Most trains were completely empty throughout the night. He said it was the only nice part about doing the night shift. He has a series of funny and weird night shift stories to tell, but there's one downright horrifying one. My dad had just boarded the train to move to his office at another station.
Right.
He was alone when he got on, which was at about 3 in the morning. At the next station, someone boarded. My dad describes him as a white, tall and skinny man wearing a heavy jacket and beanie. He shot my dad a quick glance before sitting in the furthest corner away from him.
Okay.
My dad said that he felt uncomfortable as the guy kept looking up at him every so often.
Oh.
When my dad's stop came, he got off, as well as the other man. He walked to his office door, unlocked it, and looked behind him. The man in the jacket was pacing around only about 50 feet away. My dad stepped into his office, shut the door, locked it, and sat at his desk. 5 minutes later, someone started to try and turn the doorknob. After the person on the other side of the door realized it was locked, they started to knock softly. My dad called out, "Who is it?" And they responded, "I want to talk."
No.
He told whoever it was to go away. He says he knew trouble when he saw it.
Right.
He had a good feeling it was the guy from the train, as this station at a time like this was apparently always completely empty. My dad told the guy to go away. He continued to knock for a good 5 minutes.
Wow.
My dad finally pulled up the security camera screens and brought up the camera pointed to his office door. Sure enough, there was the guy from the train, wearing the jacket and beanie. Coincidentally, as soon as my dad brought up the camera, the man walked away. So my dad did whatever his work consisted of for about half an hour in that office. Before leaving to catch the next train, he checked the camera to make sure that the weird guy wasn't out there. He locked up and walked down the stairs to the train platform, where he got on the train right away. Looking out the window, he saw the guy from before walking down the stairs to the platform, and then stepping on the train into the same car as my dad. He sat down on the opposite side, a few seats to the right. My dad tried to look away and pretend not to notice him, but he knew the guy was staring at him. He at one point gave in and stared back, giving a slight nod and smile in some sort of truce attempt, before looking away again. The man stared at my dad the whole ride to the next station, but my dad never looked back at him once after the first time. Now you may be asking, why didn't he try to forcibly get the guy to back off?
Fuck a truth.
Well, despite my dad's intimidating size, he's always been a complete teddy bear. No bark and no bite.
That's me. That's me. The whole... Oh, the peanut. Okay. But yeah, that's me. You know, I look strong. I mean, I may be strong, you know, but I barely use my strength, you know. Like, no. But, you know, to most people, I look strong, you know. But I'm not. You know, I just like working out. I'm a big ass firm teddy bear. I don't. Did I say that right? I'm just. You know. I don't. I look tough, but I'm not tough. I'm a bitch at the heart. I'm just being honest with you.
Plus, he says he feared that that guy was armed and that one small motion could lead to death. When the train stopped at the station, my dad practically ran all the way back up to the streets, constantly glancing over his shoulder.
I would have been
And
gone.
yes, the man from the train was following him. My dad had to find the first public building still open to try and escape. He found a Wendy's that was open and stepped inside. He sat and watched as the guy following him walked up to the window, stopped, and stared my dad down through the glass for about 10 seconds before turning around and walking across the street and then down the sidewalks.
That's a long ass 10
My dad
seconds.
said he ate, waited a little longer, then left the Wendy's to get to his third and final station for the night. The scariest part, when my dad was in his third office, as he was checking the security cameras out of the paranoia of the situation, he caught the guy from the train pacing around the outside,
What the fuck?
only about 30 feet from his office.
Wow.
He then stopped, looked up at the camera, and according to my dad, literally froze and stared for no less than a minute. When he finally lowered his head, he walked away, out of the station, to never be seen by my dad again. My dad doesn't know if he was followed after leaving the Wendy's, but that would only make sense. The guy was clearly disturbed, possibly homeless and or dangerous, and who knows what he actually wanted with my dad. Number 2.
I don't fucking know. I'm not.
Me and my 3 friends were in New York around Christmas time. We didn't finally decide to leave until about maybe 2 in the morning.
Wow.
We got on the first train that we could catch, and as expected, it was empty. We were pretty sobered up by then. Then there was a sudden commotion in the next car over. We had peeked through the glass in between the cars, and there were 2 hooded men, or maybe teenagers, standing obnoxiously close to a woman sitting in one of the seats who was screaming for help. I suggested that we go over and kick their asses, but as me and a buddy got a closer look, we saw they were armed with handguns.
See?
I pushed all my friends to get to the next car over, away from the armed men.
I got a question. Right. For everybody that's watching. Right. And Peanut, this goes for you. If I was in that situation, being as though I'm a bitch, right, at the heart, right, would it be fucked up, right, if I noticed her, like the woman, you know, being abused and harassed and all that, you know, bad stuff, right? I noticed that, and she noticed me noticing her getting fucked up, but I didn't do anything, you know? In my mind, I would be thinking, you know, I wish I could, but I can't, so I'm sorry. Like, damn, that shit sucks. You're in a pretty fucked up situation. Like, I can't do anything. You know why? Cause I'm a bitch. You know, I'm a scared little bitch. I can't do anything. I would, but I can't. I'm sorry. And the guys are armed with weapons. I can't, no. That shit, that's your fault. You got in that situation. You didn't fucking run. What do you got on? You got on heels? See? I bet you if you was to have some Adidas on with the heels. No, fuck the heels. Just get Adidas. But I can't help you. Like, I'm sorry. I'm getting off at the next stop. And I'm gonna wave at you. Be like, bye. I hope you make it out. Oh. Is that fucked up? I feel like that's fucked up. But I can't do anything. I'm sorry. Oh, I love you though.
I took a look back and saw one of the men pointing at us before starting to follow.
Fuck.
We ran through at least 3 different cars with the men following us before the train finally stopped at the next station. We all booked it through the old station to the nearest place we could hide. I got separated from my friends, so I went to hide behind a garbage can. I could hear my chaser's shoes hitting the tiled floors, so I knew I had no time to find a better hiding spot. I peeked through the opening at the top of the bin. I could get a better look at them now. One was black, the other was Indian, and they were both really young looking. I was sure they were only trying to rob us, until I heard one of them say, "If you find them, kill them." I hope you understand why I almost gave away my position in reaction to hearing this. With a gasp and almost pulling the garbage bin down with me as I returned to cover, I consider it a miracle neither of them caught me. They left the area. I took notice that they didn't have their guns drawn at that moment. I ran in the opposite direction of the two and quickly caught my friends who were waving me over from behind a large pole. I took cover with them behind another pole not far from that one, and we waited for as long as we thought necessary. The big shock to this story, though, was when we caught a glimpse of the woman from the train, who we thought was being threatened by the 2 men, walking over in the direction of the men, and then calling something along the lines of, "Where are they? Don't tell me you didn't get them." The 2 men reappeared from beyond a corner, walking over to the woman. The rest of what they said was too low to pick up on. They walked back down the stairs to the platforms, and as we could guess, waited for another train to run their trap again. At the very least, we called the police and reported what was going on, but I have no idea if they were ever caught. Number 1. My name is Danny. I'm 22 years old, and this was the most horrifying experience of my life. I live and work in New York City, but I don't have a car, so my main mode of transportation is the subway. It was a Saturday night. I was on my way home from a party in the middle of the night. I did this about every other weekend, so I was completely fine with taking the subway alone at night. Walking down the steps, entering the underground without a soul in sight, it was always a bit chilling. This specific station was very tightly spaced. As I was walking, I could almost feel as if I were being watched or followed.
You probably
along
are.
with the occasional echoing bang type sound emitting from an unknown location. I was early for the train, so I sat on a bench and waited. This is something straight out of a horror movie. I heard this exact phrase. "Psst, over here, buddy." There was somebody standing on the tracks
My ass. What? It doesn't even help when that person says, "buddy," at the end. Like, what? Who the fuck is going to believe that shit? See? Now I'm hearing shit. Okay. But nobody's going to believe that. You have to be an idiot, a dumbass, to believe that that person, that stranger that called you over there is your buddy. Like, what? Like, no. Like, no. Who the fuck? Psst. Psst. Peanut, who does that shit? Psst. Psst. Buddy. Psst. 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 Fuck. Oh my shit, that made me mad. Oh my god.
the tunnel, poking his head out and looking at me. It was a filthy looking man, I'd say in his early 40s. He gave me a smile, a horrible yellow smile with at least 3 teeth missing, and I could tell that even from where I was sitting. I did the best I could to pay no attention to him, but he wouldn't go away. There was laughing coming from inside the tunnel, and then another disgusting looking man stuck his face out as well. This man gave me a nasty smile as well, before telling me to come hang out with them in the tunnel. The way they stared at me though, their eyes wouldn't even move. It's as if their sight was locked onto me. I resumed doing the best I could to ignore them and just wait for the train. I noticed in my peripheral vision that one of the men moved away into the tunnel, returning moments later with another face. I had to look again. There was a third face, but this one was hunched over and lifeless. It looked like one of the men were holding the guy's face up.
What?
The sound of the train approaching felt like 1,000 pounds off my shoulders. I got up ready to board the train, but when I got closer to the edge of the platform, I nearly threw up at the sight. The two men were going back into the tunnel, but the second man in the back was holding something in his hand. A head. Just a head.
Wow.
Like a decapitated head.
Wow.
They disappeared from sight onto the side of the tunnel. As the train stopped, I got into the first car, planning on warning the conductor, but no later than after we left the station. I didn't want to be there a second longer. As the train began to move, I saw legs moving down the stairs to the platform, but that was it. I didn't get to see who it was. But what I did get to see, as the train moved into the tunnels, I caught a glimpse of a group of men, hunched up against the railing, inches away from the train window, and they were all looking right at me. I knocked on the conductor's door like a madman, screaming it was an emergency. He opened up and I explained what I just saw. He radioed to somebody in charge of the station, as well as another higher-up of the company, who I'm sure took care of it, or contacted the proper authorities or security, whatever. It seemed to take ages for my stop to come, but when it did, I practically had a hop in my walk from relief. I have since been to one party at the same friend's house, but I skipped that station. I decided it was worth it to take the extra long walk to the next station. I don't know if weird shit happens often in the subway at night. In my experience prior to this incident, it never did. But after this experience, I think I should say you should be extremely cautious when in an isolated place like a subway station late at night.
Anything happens at any given time, you know, especially late at night, and it's like little to no people. Like, that's when like them fucking late, when it's late at night and it's like little to no people, that's when them creeps come out, you know. That's when them killers come out, them gangbangers, you know, and them pedophiles, them rapists, you know, them gang members, them all them bad people. That's when they come out. You do not want to be out unless, no, you do not want to be out. You want to be in the comfort of your own home. But if you are out, you better either have the new Adidas, right, that's out and popping on your feet, right, or they better be like, you know, in like, you better be holding like in your book bag or something. Like, you gotta have your new Adidas on all the time, whether it's on your feet, whether, you know, it's tied up by the lace and it's just hanging around your neck, or you holding them, right, or it's in your backpack. They better be somewhere where if some shit go down, you can just book. You know, that's all I'm saying. Cause more often than not, I have my new Adidas on. I have my running shoes on. You know, because anything can happen at any given time. Just, you know, just saying. Has anybody realized that I have been crushing this popcorn since the video started? This popcorn is almost gone. You know, I was thinking about melting some peanut, melting peanut butter into almost like a liquidy, watery, you know, substance. I don't know if I said that right, but and just like drizzle it on the popcorn, shake it up, and eat it like that. Would that be good? I feel like that would be messy. I'm gonna try it though. I'm gonna try it one time because I like popcorn and I like peanut butter, right? But just because, and I can only speak because I've done this shit before. I got experience doing this. Not the peanut butter and popcorn, but I'm just saying like just because you like one thing and you like the other, don't mean it's gonna taste good when you put them together. Hey, I'm just saying. Your stomach. Sup? Cuddle buddy. Peanut, I don't got nothing. I mean, I do got something. Right? It's not for you. I'm sorry. I love you. Get off me. Oh, shit. That shit. Oh, fuck, it's late. And that shit scared the fuck out of me. That was a notification. And I got my pop. Well, you can't even see it. My popcorn. Let's get it. You ready? I really hope y'all got some, this shit is great. Oh, let me do a taste test. Mm-hmm. 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 Sup? Cuddle buddy. Peanut, I don't got nothing. I mean, I do got something. Right? It's not for you. I'm sorry. I love you. Get off me. Oh, shit. That shit. Oh, fuck, it's late. And that shit scared the fuck out of me. That was a notification. And I got my pop. Well, you can't even see it. My popcorn. Let's get it. You ready? I really hope y'all got some, this shit is great. Oh, let me do a taste test.